What truly scares you in 2025? Is it the dark, the sound of a creaking floorboard in an empty house, or is it the endless scroll of bad news on your phone? The truth is, what terrifies us has changed. We're living in a new age of anxiety, and today, we're diving deep into the psychological shift of fear. We'll explore how our ancient, primal instincts have been rewired by the constant hum of modern anxieties and existential threats. So, get ready to confront the hidden triggers that really make your fight or flight kick in, because it's not just about what goes bump in the night anymore. To understand where we are, we have to look back at where we came from. Our brains are hardwired with what you might call the ghosts of primal fear. Think about it. Why do so many of us instinctively jump at the sight of a spider or a snake, even if we're perfectly safe in a high-res apartment? These fears are leftovers from our evolutionary past. They are echoes from a time when a slithering shape in the grass or a scuttling creature in a cave could mean the difference between life and death. This is the origin of the classic fight-or-flight response. When our ancestors faced a saber-toothed tiger, their bodies flooded with adrenaline, their hearts pounded, their muscles tensed, and they were ready to either fight for their lives or run as fast as they could. This system was incredibly effective for immediate, physical threats. It's what kept our species alive, and that system is still very much active within us today. You feel it when a car swerves into your lane or when you hear a sudden, loud noise. But here's the twist. While those ancient, immediate fears are still present, they aren't the main source of our daily dread anymore. We're not dodging predators on our way to get coffee. Instead, our primal fear response is now being triggered by a whole new set of stimuli, many of which are far more abstract and persistent than a hungry tiger. The landscape of fear has shifted from the jungle to our screens. This brings us to the great anxiety migration, from shadows to screens. There's been a critical shift from tangible, immediate threats to abstract, omnipresent ones. And the biggest culprit, the 24/7 news cycle and the soul-crushing habit of doom. We carry devices in our pockets that connect us to every disaster, every conflict, and every crisis happening anywhere in the world. In real time, this creates a profound paradox of connectivity. We've never been more informed, yet we've never felt more powerless and constantly under threat. Our fight-or-flight system, designed for short bursts of intense danger, is now being chronically activated by an endless stream of negative information. Historically, news was limited and localized. You worried about the harvest in your village, not a hurricane halfway across the globe. Today, our brains are trying to process a global data stream of catastrophe, and it's simply not equipped for it. The psychological impact is immense, leading to a pervasive state of anxiety fueled by things we often have zero control over. Our nervous systems are essentially marinating in a low-grade state of panic, waiting for the next bad news notification. But the fear doesn't stop with the news. It bleeds into a much deeper, more unsettling territory: existential dread. We're now grappling with fears that transcend our personal safety and touch on the very future of humanity. We're talking about climate change, the unpredictable evolution of artificial intelligence, and the looming possibility of societal collapse. These aren't monsters under the bed. They are potential world-ending scenarios served up to us daily through articles, documentaries, and social media threads. This creates an enormous burden of collective responsibility. We feel the weight of these global issues, but at the same time, we feel completely helpless to stop them. Social media amplifies this, showcasing every crisis and making individual action feel like a drop in a vast, indifferent ocean. This constant exposure to macro-level fears fosters a deep-seated sense of unease and cynicism. It's a heavy psychological load to carry, knowing that the world your children might inherit could be fundamentally broken. This isn't a fear you can run from or fight directly. It just sits there, a constant, heavy presence in the back of our minds. And if global threats weren't enough, we've also invented a whole new category of intangible, personal terrors. Let's call them social and psychological phantoms. In our hyper-connected, comparison-driven world, one of the biggest fears is the fear of being left behind, of being socially ostracized, or of simply not measuring up. Every aspect of our lives can be documented, shared, and scrutinized online, creating immense pressure to perform and project a certain image. This has given rise to a widespread epidemic of imposter syndrome, the persistent feeling of being a fraud, of not being smart enough, successful enough, or just plain good enough. This is amplified by the curated perfection we see on social media. We scroll through feeds filled with flawless bodies, exotic vacations, and career triumphs. And it's easy to feel like our own messy, complicated lives are a failure in comparison. The line between our public and private selves has blurred, and with it, the line between public and private fear. There's no escape from the judgment, not even in our own homes, because the court of public opinion is always in our pocket. This constant scrutiny takes a massive psychological toll, making us afraid of our own perceived inadequacies. So, here we are, navigating a complex new fear landscape. What can we do? Are we doomed to a state of perpetual anxiety? Not at all. The key is to develop new tools for a new time. We need to build resilience and redefine what it means to be brave. One of the most practical strategies is to manage our relationship with technology. This means being intentional about our information consumption. Practice digital set aside specific times to check the news, and then put your phone away. Unfollow accounts that consistently make you feel anxious or inadequate. Instead of endless doom scrolling, use that time to connect with people in the real world. Fostering genuine community and having real conversations can be a powerful antidote to the isolating nature of online anxiety. Mindfulness practices, like meditation, or simply paying attention to your breath, can also help calm a chronically activated nervous system, bringing you back to the present moment. We also need to reevaluate our definition of bravery. Courage today isn't just about facing down a physical threat. It's about psychological resilience. It's about having the strength to log off. It's the courage to admit you're struggling and to be vulnerable with others. It has the fortitude to face a world of overwhelming information and choose to focus on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your connections. Ultimately, redefining what it means to be scared in 2025 and beyond is about shifting from passive consumption of fear to proactive coping. It's about building mental and emotional armor, not to block out the world, but to engage with it on our own terms. The fears may have evolved, but so can we. Our capacity for adaptation, community, and resilience is the most powerful tool we have. Thanks for watching. If this conversation resonated with you, let me know in the comments what modern fear impacts you the most. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the human experience. Stay curious and stay resilient.